Hi guys, welcome to the meetup with expert traders. This is Adeshina. I will be spending the next 45 minutes with you to explore the vast opportunities in trading the global financial market. This webinar will have 4 series, and it will be called the meetup with expert traders. I will be exploring the various opportunities, how to be consistent in how to consistently profit from trading the global financial market. I will be looking at how to profit from trading equities, forex, commodities, bonds, and futures online. I will also be sharing my simple trading strategies. I will also be sharing the 4 common mistakes made by traders in investing online trading arena. I will show you also how I pick my trades, trading various instruments, and I'll also be showing and giving an insight of what I will be doing in the next coming couple of weeks in terms of my trading activities. First off, I want to welcome those that are already online. I could see most of us are presently online at the moment, so I want to welcome you all on board to this meetup with expert traders. So what I will be sure, what we'll be looking at today is we'll be looking at the global financial trading. We'll be exploring in a couple of webinars my simple strategy that makes me a profitable online trader so far without humility. And I'm so sure if I can do that, you too can. I am your facilitator, Adetunji Adeshina. Who am I? Would I say I'm an expert trader? Okay, cool. I'm the managing partner for Trendonomics Partners Limited. I'm the chief strategist for Trendotraders.com. I have a TS trading experience in equities, forex, commodities, and other derivatives. I'm an internationally certified financial technical analyst, and I'm a member of Society for Technical Analysts in the United Kingdom, a founding member of Technical Analyst Society in Nigeria. I'm also the convener for Traders, Investors, and Analysts Meetup, an annual conference where we have market players converge to discuss ideas, network about the financial market and opportunities that are in the financial market. I'm a technical analyst, research consultant, and trainer for many asset management companies in Nigeria. I have featured in CNBC Africa, TVC Nigeria, and other online media outfits. But most importantly, this is my belief. My belief is this, that as I let my own light shine, I unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. The reason is this: I believe that if I can do it, you too can. And in this couple of minutes, I will share what I've done, what we could look at in online trading community, and how you too can profit greatly from this online trading global financial market. So permit me to take you on a brief journey about myself in the online community area and why it is important for you, and why I also would not want you to also experience what I had experienced over the years. I've had this TS trading, both the domestic market and international financial market. I trade equities, and like you have seen in my profile, I'm a technical analyst, so I use technical analysis to trade the Nigerian stock market. But also, I fell in love with the global market. That was my first love, where I trade forex, commodities using technical analysis. But interestingly, when I started this journey in 2010, 4 years has been a struggling year for me. The first 4 years was was a struggling year, and that's the cycle every trader must go through. But when you have a mentor, you tend to leap past this struggling period. But still, the first 4 years was win little, large losses. So after a lot of struggling in the market, despite the fact that the online trading has vast opportunities for players or traders or investors, it has been a struggling year because it is said that 90% of traders who trade the global financial market are losers, while about 10% are actually winners in the market. 4 years was a struggling year. So after 4 years, and this is what the path I actually want to take and that I'm taking. So I took the first, another 1.5 years to learn and relearn. I had to unlearn what I had learned before, relearn new ideas and thoughts about the market. And the learning process is a continuous process up to now, because at the point I had to go for I had to do an online training that's worth about $6,000, and so many online training reads about 140 books on trading, and it has I had to learn a lot of things. And for the past 2 years now, it has been a change of story. Consistently growth in my account, in my trading account, both as a trader and as an FX trader, commodity trader, or such. It has been a consistent growth. And I discovered there are a lot of secrets. It's an open secret, but it's only few that would accept it. And this I tend to impact on you all. So let's just look at a bit pictorial illustration of my journey. You see me and my friend winning the dollar there. That was in 2010, 2011, when we first got into forex trading. We were in a room trying to see, trying to trade and that, and we thought it's going to be all that rosy. But eventually, we discovered that it's even more. So in 2013, I was in Egypt to write my technical analysis exam. Over the years, I was CNBC Africa. I was opportunity to also be in the Nigeria Stock Exchange, where I gave the presentation, organized the TIA meetup. I do lectures, and I have a trading desk where I'm not just a trader or an analyst. I'm a trader because I try to apply, and I ensure I apply whatever I tell people or whatever I see. So I practically apply everything I see. So having a picture of understanding, I think I wanted to bring up my dark days in terms of my result performance, but I couldn't find that. But I think presently now, for the past 2 years, my performance speaks for it. So we could see that at least so far we have seen consistent growth in my account. This is so with all humility. I don't intend to just show this, but why I decided to show you is this. Before now, it was all red. Now it is green. You can have a green. It is not made for special persons. So you can be among the top 10%. The top 10% of traders that really make money trading the online global market. It has a vast opportunity, and you too can do that. So you will see I have the Trendo Traders account, I have my personal account. So what are we going to learn? What are we going to achieve today? Today we're going to be looking at 3 parts in the next few minutes. The first part is to look at the opportunities in online global financial trading. So I'm also aware that we have experienced traders on board, but let us try to also help those that are coming in, new traders. Let us give them an understanding of what the global market is all about. Though they will have to do more outside this webinar. We may not cover everything about what online trading is all about, the basic terms and that, but that will be what we'll do, and that is why we're going to engage. Our conversation is going to continue after this webinar. So we're going to be looking at opportunities in online global financial trading. What is online global financial trading benefits? Why you need to engage in online trading and investing? How it works, how it really works, and what it is traded on the market. What's traded in the market? What really moves and who really moves the market? So the second part, we're going to look at how to become a consistent, profitable trader and investor. I know those that are currently trading would relate to this. So we're going to look at why traders lose and why you should not do that. So for those that are coming in, I want to give you the right mindset on understanding how the market really works, why most people lose in the market, and what you should do to avoid such losses. Though losses are part of the game, but you shouldn't lose. And on the average, that performance you saw, there are losses there too. But at the end of the day, which is also a positive gain, profits. The bottom line is profit at the end of the day. So we're going to look at what the market framework is all about. Market framework, trading framework, strategy and tactics, setup and execution, and developing the right mindset. So these are lots to have into. So that's why I said this series will be like a 4-week webinar. And these frameworks, I will try to also explain this one after the other. I had to take online courses, go for trainings to understand how this works before I became profitable in the market. And this also for those that are new, struggling traders, experienced traders, these things are key for us to know. The third part is this. I'm going to be showing you my simple trading strategy. I believe in simplicity. I'm going to give you insight into how I analyze the market, how I conceptually view the market, and even probably show you one or two trades I'm looking at in the coming week. So, who is this webinar for? Meant for the new traders. I know there are a lot of new traders in the room at the moment. So, I'm so sure I'll try to also make you understand what the market is all about. So, we also have the struggling and growing traders. This growing and struggling traders who are looking for a way to leave this losing zone to a profitable, consistently profitable zone. And this webinar is also meant for experienced traders who are looking for a way to advance their process in which they use to consistently make money in the market. So it's going to be all interesting conversation in this webinar and after this webinar. But the conversation will continue after this webinar. So I would encourage you to like our Facebook page, Trendo Traders. Join the Telegram group at the moment, because after this webinar, we'll continue the conversation and a lot will be shared. You can visit the website, trendotraders.com, trendonomicsng.com, and you could mail me or send me a text. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions, guide you along, and that. So, first off, we are into the business of the day, but I have this four basic quotes that I use in every lecture, in everything I do, and I read it every time. It's always in front of my trading desk. I read them every time. The first is this: I have just three things to teach: simplicity, patience, and compassion. These three are your greatest treasure. In the market, these are the basic three things you need. The second one is by Dr. Alexander Eda. He wrote a book, Come into My Trading Room. I would encourage you to lay hands on that book. I also have copies of those books, even the new edition of it. It says the goal of a successful trader is to make the best trades. Money is secondary. The third condition is this, by Peter Lynch. In this business, if you are good, you are right 6 times out of 10. You are never going to be right 9 times out of 10. Along the line, I will show you a shocking research by a broker on the activities of traders on the platform, which shows that though a lot of traders closes trades on about 60% positives, but at the end of the day, 70% of their trades were losses. So they make a lot of losses. So the fourth part is this: trading is a marathon, not a sprint. So first off, what is online global financial trading? In simple terms, it's very simple. You could Google it. Just Google it. What's online financial trading for the new traders? I know for the experienced trader, it's something we have been doing, so it's easy for all. Online financial trading is simply buying and selling assets, which is stocks, which equities, index, commodities, bonds, through a broker's internet-based proprietary trading system. In essence, you're able to trade index, equities, products, commodities, futures, options, cryptos, ETFs, all can be traded online. The revolution of the internet has made this available for retail traders. So, but let's look at some basic shocking facts about. Let's look at some facts. Now, in online trading, online FX trading is worth more than $5.5 trillion a day. So the average transaction that exchanges hand in online forex trading is about $5.5 trillion. It tells you the opportunities in the market. The New York Stock Exchange, which is the largest stock exchange in the world, as of January 2018, is worth over $30 trillion. More opportunities. So you can access the New York Stock Exchange through your internet or through your brokers online and trade stocks on it. But this is an interesting point that I want you to look at. It said up to 90% of foreign exchange transactions are speculative. Mind you, before I go on, this lecture will be for 1 hour. I'm going to conclude in the next 45 minutes, and then give room for others who wants to ask questions for question and answer immediately after the lecture. So the other part is this: high frequency trading accounts for 75% of transactions in an online global financial market. One of the benefits or opportunities in online trading is it is highly liquid. For those that are very familiar with the Nigerian stock market, we know that there are sometimes you see a stock appreciating in value, eventually you key to the market, you couldn't see it, you couldn't get it. But in the online trading arena, whatever price, whatever quantity, you are able to get it. It's easy to access. You want to, whatever you want to just open an account with a broker, it gives access to to the market. You could buy any instrument you want, any asset you want. It has a low transaction cost. This is a volatile market. That volatility is both good and bad. It's good when you're in the profit zone, negative when you're in bad when you're in the negative zone. So volatility is also an advantage in the online trading environment. There are varieties of instruments. There are a lot of instruments to trade from. I'm a Nigerian, so I'll make reference to the Nigerian stock market. You know, when you don't see some banks to trade, it's maybe difficult to find others. Though we have some sectors, but there are a lot of restrictions. But in online global trading, and you have access to a lot of instruments to trade. All you just need to do is understand the instrument, understand how to trade them, and go ahead and basic terms are how it works, and go ahead and trade them. It's a 24-hour market, except for Saturday and Sunday. So crypto runs over the weekend. So, but other markets open is from Monday down to Friday. It's 24-hour market. That's an easy entry and easy exit. Now, let's look at who really moves the market and who are really trading and why you need to be part of them. We have the large financial institutions. They engage in the market to either offset risk. They engage in the market to either offset risk and other things, take advantage of price. Remember, I said 90% of transactions that were done in online global trading is speculative. So they come to offset risk, speculate in the market, and you want to trade what the large financial institutions are doing. Organization wants to use the market to acquire items or offset risk. So you have, in the case of hedging, futures trading, and that. And also we have the speculators and retail traders, which is the revolution of the internet has made this possible for a lot of speculators and retail traders to be in the market. It's a good thing, and it makes the market liquid enough to play in. So note, the global financial market trading at the moment, it's all about speculative trading. Up to 90% of all our trading transactions are speculative. So what is speculative trading basically? Is to take advantage of price fluctuation. You don't have the intention to hold on to the instrument. For instance, you buy gold, your intention is not really to hold on to gold, to take delivery of gold, but your intention is to take advantage of the price appreciation in gold and sell it when the price rises. And the other way around, when you may decide to even buy CFTe, a derivative of gold. You don't have intention to hold on to gold, you just want to buy the price appreciation and just and sell when price appreciates to a level and you are comfortable with the profit. And on the other way around too, it's a two-way market. It's a two-way movement market. As you buy low and sell high, you can also sell high and buy low, which is, we call it going short or shorting the market. So like those in the Nigerian market, we are used to buy low and sell high. But in the global financial market, you can buy low, sell high, and sell high, buy low, which is very profitable. It's always, you could do that at any time. Now, the market is speculative. It is largely driven by the interplay of the forces of demand and supply. Whatsoever, see, I want you to understand this. Whatever reason that makes price appreciate or depreciate is reflected in the forces of demand and supply. It's a function of demand and supply. So this demand and supply is born out of whether a fundamental reason, whether macroeconomic factors, interest rates, issue, FOMC, employment data, inflation, going for safe haven, investors going for safe haven, or intermarket analysis, everything it will reflect in the forces of demand and supply. The other part, which is that also affect the forces of demand and supply, is technical analysis. For some of us who are technical analysts, we want to trade the market using technical analysis patterns and tools. So these fundamental reasons or technical analysis reasons why we buy and sell in the market. This is reflected in what we call price, and it's an interface of demand and supply. When we have large demand and few supply, price tends to appreciate. It's a simple law, it's a simple thing. Tends to please understand it. In the global market and or in any market you trade, understand who is in control. Is it the demand side or the supply side? and trade in direction of the forces in control. So, and please, you can leave your notes on the chat board. I will surely respond, but I'm so sure I'm going to give more room for conversation on chats later on. So let's look at this shocking revelation. It's revealed that 90% of traders loses. That the online global financial market has vast opportunity. It has a lot of opportunities. You have a lot of instruments to trade from. It's a volatile market, it's a liquid market. You have leverage to your advantage, and also it could be to your disadvantage. It has very much opportunity. It's something you could do as a trader or as an investor. Even on a long short term, you can trade within 1 minute, 2 minutes, and end. Or you could decide to hold a position for days or weeks and that. So we have different kind of traders and the reasons they hold on, the time frame they hold on to. But this is a shocking revelation by a broker, FXCM UK. Now, in 2015-16, they came out with a report. Having looked at the activities of traders on the platform, and that 90% of traders loses, while about 10% really makes money, which is in line with the general notion. And this is a shocking fact. I had to screenshot part of the report, and I've taken the liberty to upload the report on in this website. Just click on this URL, bit.ly/FXCM report, for you to download the full report. So for you to understand what I'm saying, it says that historically this simple adage has been difficult to adhere to. The adage of successful traders cut losses, let profit runs. He said, they looked at the Euro USD transaction. He said, our data shows Euro USD trade closed out at a profit 61% of the time. So 61% of the time, the pair is closed at a profit. But the average losing trade was worth 83 pips, while the average winner was only 48 pips. So traders losing 70% more than traders lost 70% more on their losing trades than they won on their winning trades. Now, for the new traders, for the struggling traders, and for the experienced traders, we're going to cover topics. For the new traders, we're going to definitely cover topics on basic terms in the global financial market. Like I said, the conversation will continue after the webinar into our social media platforms, and even we're going to have webinars or discussions on basic terms, understanding the basic technologies and that. But this is an interesting insight for everyone to grasp. That despite the fact that 61% of the time, this pair or instrument or asset is closed at a profit, 70% of traders loses. So they lost 70 times more on their losing position. So if you make one, you're losing 7 times. But this is what I intend to impact in you to for us to have. I've gone through this cycle. I understand how it runs. I understand the emotional pain, the psychology behind it, and how to leave such arena and come to a zone called a profitable zone. So I also intend to share this with you. So this is a revelation, and I want to read the report critically. From the leverage, from the amount, from the time, from the instrument traded, from the average holding period, because the fact that online trading gives you an opportunity to have access to leverage. Leverage means you are using less to execute higher volume in transaction of transaction. Does not mean that because you have that advantage does not mean that you should expose yourself or your account unnecessarily. You want to avoid what you call, for those that are really trading, this may be an opportunity. They can easily relate it. You want to avoid what you call margin call, a situation where your account is really wiped up. Remember, you are dealing with the derivative market, and in this case, you are not holding on to anything. You are just taking advantage of speculative activities, and this you want to avoid. So let's continue to Now, I just decided to want to share all this with you because I want to give you the right understanding before we move ahead. Now, in online trading, we have two set of traders in terms of those that are unsuccessful and those are not successful. Actually, make this analogy. Somebody walk up to you and say, I want to establish a fish farm. The first thing you will tell the person is this: let me see your business plan. And this, we see trading as just opportunity to make money, but we don't see it as a business. And that is why we have unsuccessful traders who have no defined trading strategy. Please, trading strategy is different from a trading plan, a business plan. We're going to come to that. They always overtrade. I read a book called Currency King by Ben Robinson, and it highlighted the top profitable traders in the world in terms of the currency world. And there is this characteristics that they have. They do not overtrade, they do not over leverage. They have an account size that is sufficient enough to trade, even when they have a downside. Remember, most people would surely have a downside, but they have a robust account size that's able to. An assistant trader also feel down to open positions. They are too emotional. Yeah. I've always seen most traders, when we have discussion, I discovered that they seem to be emotionally attached to a particular asset class or a particular position, that at the end of the day, when the equity value is depreciating, because of this emotional attachment, they still hold on until they get to a point where it's at a total depreciation. The recovery tends to be, the recovery to not recover becomes a difficult thing to do. Now, let's look at what successful traders have. They have an effective trading plan, and they have an effective trading plan. Successful trader understand risk. They could control their emotions and always lock in profits and take profits. So I welcome you all as you're joining those joining the meeting room. You're welcome. Now, I'm in this part of the process of becoming a successful trader. Now, you must have a business plan. Many do not have a business plan. This is much larger than a trading plan. You may wonder, why am I talking about business plan in global financial trading? A business plan guides your actions or your activities in the market. And I discovered that most people that find it difficult to succeed in this market do not have a business plan. A business plan is a combination of so many things. You have a trading strategy, what time to trade, the amount to commit to the market, what time you have to trade, what is your process or your trading process or strategy in the market. Most people do not have this. And this is an important, this is very important in trading the market. So once again, for those that are joining in, you're welcome. Having a business plan in the online global trading environment is very, very important. I can't overemphasize this. People think trading is all about just come, make your money and leave, gambling, and which is not part of it. Now, gambling in the market, trading is not about gambling. It's a serious business, and you must have a business plan. And I hope to share with you what I call a trading business model canvas. Global trading business model canvas. There's what we call business model canvas itself. So I drew up a business model canvas for traders, and this will guide you in terms of your trading capital, your commitment, and every other thing, and how to deal with the market. The second part that is in this cycle is stages of trading. Now, every trader must go through stages. Whether you are new or experienced, there are stages for you to pass through. You must identify which stage you are and what you need to learn, how to build capacity and proficiency in that stage to move to the next stage. I love this quotation by Albert Einstein. He said, the significant problems we face cannot be solved at the same level of our thinking we were at when we created them. So in the trading arena, there are different stages. You must identify which stage you are and your kind of thinking and how to move ahead to the next stage. I'm going to share with you a bit about the stages. Remember I said this lecture is all about giving you an insight about online trading, what online trading is all about, how to become a consistently profitable trader. Let me just go back to this funny picture. I think it's very, I want you to just look at this funny picture. It's very, very funny. You will see at the left side, you will see the unsuccessful traders. You see this man has a tattered jeans, tattered top. The right side, you will see suits and that. Classics of a successful trader. I got it from a place and it's really, really funny and interesting for us to look at. So the third part of this series of webinar that we'll be doing over a long time, both here in our online platforms and having the conversation later on, we'll have all of this. We're going to discuss all of these stages one after the other. I would entertain questions in the next few minutes, but permit me all to finish this presentation. I will entertain questions. We'll look at the market, and this webinar is being recorded, so we'll also have access to watch this video so that we'll be able to understand the presentation, and if we have lost points, we'll be able to get ourselves back to understand some of those things. So the third part, which we're going to be looking at from this meetup with experts for the next few weeks, is understanding the frameworks. This was one of the things that changed my idea about trading. Now, the framework is key. Understanding the market framework changes everything. Because if you don't understand the market framework, the trading framework, strategy and execution frameworks, and having the right mindset, this is key and it's something that we all okay, the audio is working well. Please, okay. Hello, okay. I just got that. Please, if you can hear me clearly, just say hi. Hi. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. So the third part is to understand the frameworks, the market, trading strategies, setup, execution frameworks, and mindset. So this, I want you to, would also, I had to take a lecture for this. This is interesting because when I wanted to have a shift from a losing or struggling trader to become a profitable trader, I had to go for a lecture to understand how the market really works. What makes up the market? What is the framework? How does it behave? And these are things that I tend to understand at the end of the day. So the other part is we're going to have a continuous evaluation as a trader, as an investor, review, upgrade, and education. Trust me, I still have like a training I want to actually, I have a training I want to be part of in the next few weeks. It's worth about $3,000. I have like 10 books I'm expecting from Amazon on trading. Despite the fact that I'm a certified technical analyst, I still want to do more. Okay, so we're surely going to look at what we are. We're going to look at what we are not doing right in the market, and these are things I want us to look at. So, because part of those things I want to impart in you is what people are not doing right and what they should do right in the market. How to view the market contextually. All of this may not be able to fit in this webinar. It's going to be a series of webinars. Be rest assured that I'm going to put you through in this probably 3-4 weeks, four webinars on what to do. But I have to give you a foundational understanding of the market, how it works, And in the aspect of understanding frameworks is where we're going to spend more time here, both on the webinars and on our social media platform. I'm going to even sometimes invite you to my live trading session to see how I view the market. So the final part is collaboration and partnership. One of the things I have learned about successful traders across the world is that no trader trades in isolation. There's always a collaboration within successful traders. Please note the word successful, consistently profitable traders. I'm opportune to meet a trader, Robert Miner, and he says in his office, he invites traders to join in. Traders meet in his office where they look at the market, they review strategy, they review process, and this I intend to always make sure we do. That traders meet, whether virtual meeting or offline meeting, we will review processes, because this tends to bring a new psychology understanding into how the market works. So as a trader, you must learn to collaborate with successful traders. Though we have a lot of sharks out there who claims to be traders but are not traders. And that was why I decided to just show my performance results. That I have been a losing trader before. I will be very funny to you that I will just open my bank account and say, wow, this is losses. But consistently over the last few years, I have been a winning trader. And this I want to impart to you. So we're going to look at all this. All of them is all about processes. And it takes time. It took me about 1.5 to 2 years to become a consistently profitable trader. Online trading, online financial market is very profitable. It's something you could do as a trader or as an investor. But you have to understand how the market really works. So let me just share with you stages for traders. We have the new traders, just you're getting to hear and know about the trading, which is, I know I have some people in this room at the moment that are new traders. So I'm going to invite you to some website afterwards. Please try to send me, for the new traders, or even the growing ones or the experienced one that wants to get more resources, you could just send me a mail at shino@trendotraders.com, where I'll be able to share with you some books or materials, or you can even join us on our Telegram group. I'll constantly be sharing materials, resources, even trade insight and thoughts about the market. So the new traders will be looking at, they are just getting to hear about what online trading is all about, global financial market is all about, and knowing about trading and that. The second type of trader is a growing trader. Now, a growing trader in this case has not been consistent. We have gone through this level, we will be in this level, or we are in this level at the moment, or we may likely get to this level, where you have not earned a consistent income, you have not been consistently making money in the market. You'll be struggling, but you are still learning the process. At this point, you have to have a mentor. Now, you have to have a coach. The reality is this: a mentor, and in this case, successful trader. I'll be sharing the Telegram link to you all afterwards. A successful trader must seek for a mentor, and a mentor that is really a trader. Because most people claim to be a trader. I could just read anything and everybody will just know, but you must seek for a mentor. A mentor that is a successful trader. So, this case, as a growing trader, you must try to learn the process, seek for mentors or other traders. I'm a trader, but I still look up to some traders. So that's also I want you to do. Successful traders that have proven track record. So the third part is a successful trader. A successful trader is one that understands the process, that's consistently making profits at the end of the day, has learned the process, has integrated the process integrated the whole process in the way he deals with the market, both inside the market and outside the market, but still fall short. Now, in this case, what is successful trader falling short of? It could only manage his own fund, could not manage another person's fund. In this case, you could be a successful trader, good. You want to manage your fund, enjoy yourself. Oh, when you want to move to the next level of portfolio management, managing other people's funds, ability to manage vast amount of funds, you have to move to what we call the trader's trader. A trader's trader is an expert trader, consistently making profit year in, year out, month on, month in, week out, consistently, can also manage funds successfully, your sorrows and the likes, consistently, and there are other traders looks at them for mentoring. So these are traders. The fourth type of trader we have is an impact trader, one that is a thought leader in the trading arena, who has built track records, leadership, and he also build leaders in the trading arena, both within the trading and outside the trading arena, and makes impact. And this is what we all, for serious professional traders, aspire to become. So you have to identify which category you are. Are you a new trader just learning about the market? It means that you have to learn a lot. You have to learn the times, the terminologies, the approach, how it works. Are you a going trader, one that has been struggling in the market? In this case, you have to learn widely, understand some basic frameworks and how the market really works, have mentors that are really traders. See, there's no two way to it. If I give you a trading system, my trading style, my trading approach, it may not suit your personality. So you want a mentor that will guide you on how to understand how the market works. And that the other part is successful trader. You have to are you consistently making profit month on, week, quarter upon quarter, week, half year upon year, half year upon year? At this point, and you are comfortable managing your own fund or the funds of your immediate family, that you're a successful trader. And this you could do for years and live comfortably. And the global financial market gives you the opportunity for that. Most traders lose this because they don't identify which level they are. So the trader is there and that. So now I want to go into practical application. I believe in simplicity. That's me. So let's have a view into my simple trading strategy process and how I contextually view the market. I know for those that are new, this may sound a bit advanced. For those that are struggling traders and are experienced traders, you will surely relate with this. But for those that are new, don't worry. Over time, you will understand what I'm looking at, what all of this is all about. I have a strategy. My process is very simple. It's a trend trading strategy. I'm a position trader because we have some people that are just, I won't say they're gamblers, but they're scalpers. And research has shown, if you download and read the FXCM report the link I gave earlier on, those scalpers, it's shown that those that really make money at the end of the day are position traders. Scalpers are losers. Now, the first thing I look at is the trend. What is the trend in the market? This is an important element because you want to trade what the top financial institutions are doing, trading. You want to trade in the direction they are trading. You want to identify the trend. The market is always trending. That's the beauty of the global financial market. If one instrument is not trending, another is trending. So you see that it is moving up or moving down or moving sideways. Market is always trending. But you want to trade a trend that is moving, not a trend that is what's called ranging. You want to have a move, you want to trade a moving trend, one that is going up or going down. Whatever reason you want to trade, whether the fundamental reason, technical reason, sentiment analysis, or that, but all you want to do is the first thing is identify the market trending. In what direction is it trending? And that is what you want to do. And that's the way I view the market. I have a top-down approach. I look at it from a bigger picture. What is the market doing from over a longer period of time? Say monthly over several months, scale down to weekly over several weeks, scale down to daily over several days. I'm going to show you how I do this practically and what I'm looking at in the coming week. So for those that are new, you're going to have an insight into the market and how to trade. For those that are struggling, you're going to see how I view the market. For the experienced trader, I believe they're going to share more ideas, and this is my idea about the market. The other part is I look at the key technical levels. Remember, I'm a certified technical analyst, and my life is about technical analysis. So I deal with the market technically. I look at price action, and I work with technical levels. So I look at technical levels, using historical technical levels, Fibonacci, pivot points. But I'm going to pick this. So there's a lot of lecturing, a lot of education we would do after this webinar. I look at technical levels. Then the third thing I look at is the patterns. Do I have a reversal and continuation patterns? For those who understand technical analysis, talking about ways looking at hammer as support, hammer as resistance, Angelman as support, double top, double bottom, triple top, head and shoulder pattern, wedge, flag, pennant. I look at those patterns at key levels in line with the overall trend. Now, the market is all about probability. You are never certain to be right every time. So I look at the high probability setup, trade setup. Does this give me the probability of me winning this trade? Is it higher? What is the reward to risk ratio? I look at all those factors before I place my trade. The final thing is this: I have a properly defined money management and position sizing approach. Now, sometimes I violate it. I violate these rules, but I tend to go back and review. Remember, in this cycle, when I talked about reviewing yourself, I go back to review. I go back to review myself, review my trades day on, day on. I have a trading journal. I review my trades every day. I review my trades every minute, every second. I review my trade. So I review them every time, and with that, it helps me to know if I am overexposing myself. If I'm overexposing myself on my account, I find a way to scale it down. If I am not overexposing myself, then I sleep well. And over time, it has been consistent. I've been consistently making profits in the market. Now, so my strategy is very simple. I look at the trend, look at key technical levels, look at patterns, reversal patterns, and position patterns. I probability setup. I have a properly defined money management and position sizing. Please note. Remember, I said global market is influenced by the forces of demand and supply. Price is influenced by the forces of demand and supply. Whatever causes this, whether it's fundamental or technical, is reflected in price. So I'm a technical analyst, like in my introduction, and I deal with technical analysis. Though I do not get the fundamentals, I try to understand the fundamentals. Whatever is happening in the fundamental arena, I don't close my eyes completely in that. I also try to understand it. But I do more technical analysis because everything is reflected in price. So the conversation will continue. I'll be sharing some articles, some books, market insight and thoughts, defining my trading system with real life trading activities during the week. Opportunities to also meet other expert traders. I'll be bringing up many expert traders on board. They're going to be sharing with us their thoughts and ideas on how they're able to migrate from being a losing trader to a consistently profitable trader. Now, like the Facebook page. This is the link for the Facebook page. Like the Facebook page. Join the Telegram group. You can visit the website, Trendotraders.com, Trendonomics.com. This webinar is being recorded. So you will all have access to what you're. So for those that are coming in late, you have not missed anything. You have not missed much. You will definitely have access to this recording afterwards. So in the next webinar, what you would get in the next webinar and our social media conversation, I will go further to bring about understanding different frameworks that ensure your success in the online financial trading arena. Remember, I said this was what changed, was the paradigm shift I had. Understanding the market framework, understanding the trading framework, understanding the strategy and tactical framework, understanding setup and execution framework, and having the right mindset. This is frameworks. Change my paradigm and my approach to the market. So I would, in the next webinar, deal with these frameworks in details. conversation will start on this framework. I will start defining these frameworks on our social media platform, on Telegram group during the week. But by the time we go for by the time we have our next webinar, this framework will be looked at in details. Also, looking at what market cycle is. See, whatever fundamental reasons or technical reasons or sentimental reasons that makes one to buy or sell any asset in the global financial market, the market cycle helps us explain it in details. The second part in our webinar, for our webinar in the next 4 series, will be understanding technical analysis. I have a strong bias for technical analysis, so that should be obvious to you all. I'm a certified technical analyst. I dream, I sleep, I eat, I drink, I eat, I do everything technical analysis. So I'm going to practically apply. I use it. That's what I do. That's what I use. And I see the market have respected it so far. So I'm going to show you how this works. And insight into these 1 or 2 trades, and we're going to look at one of the, how I use technical analysis tools for it. Then the final part is I'm going to go further in my practical application of trading strategy. So let's go a bit practical. Let's be a bit practical on everything I've said. So for the new traders, you have more to learn on what the global market is all about. I've been able to explain to you what global market is all about, what is traded, who trades in the global market. But again, you have more to learn about the terms, different instruments. You may want to trade the index, S&P index, Dow Jones, German DAX, FTSE. You may decide to want to trade commodities, gold, which is metals, gold, silver, platinum, or energy, crude oil, Brent crude. You may decide to want to trade agricultural, cocoa, cotton, and that. We're going to look at all of this. You may decide to want to also stick to FX trading. FX, Euro, USD, PS, British pounds, USD, so many of them. You may even decide to do cryptocurrency. So the beauty of global financial trading is that through a single broker, you could access all of these instruments and trade them easily. So let me share with you some of my what I'm looking at, my trading thoughts, what I'm looking at in the coming week. This is an interesting. So I'm looking at this week. I'm looking at gold. Let's take a look at gold and how this commodity is faring so far, how it is faring, what to look at, and the behavior of gold so far. You would see that I've drawn so many lines here. I have my platform that I use. Okay, I have the platform for my analysis. Okay, cool, good. Okay, good. Now this is good. The same chart we saw earlier on is the same we're looking at the moment too. The first thing, remember I said when I was looking at my strategy, here you can trade any commodity. You can trade, this is a broker, it's the Forex, a live account. For those that are new, you see this instrument gold is in dollar, and the market is closed at the moment, so your price is not moving. But when you see this, you want to place a buy, a sell. Oh, you can see my chart. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Can you see it now? Oops, it's visible now. Okay, let me try and share my chart. Okay, let me try and share my screen to you. Okay, good. Thank you for notifying me about that. Okay, can you see my chart now? Yeah, okay, good. Thank you. Okay, good. Can you see my chart now? I just need a yes. I need a yes.
Yes, we can.
Sorry.
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. I have to mute you all. I have to mute you, please. No discussion. I have to mute you. For now, let me be the only one. Okay. Thank you. Good. Okay. Okay, you can see my chart. Okay, great. So this is gold. If you have any question, please type it on the chat board. So this is gold at the moment. Like I said, the first thing I look at is the trend. You will see that gold trend is trending up at the moment. So the first thing is this: gold is trending upward. Okay, gold is trending upward. Currently, after the movement we saw in gold, after movement on the upside trend we saw in gold, gold came back a bit down, went back a bit up, went to this same high that we saw. So it tells us that gold at this point, for those joining in late, you're welcome on board. You would all have access to the video. So, okay, okay, so gold has formed this high at about 1322, trended back to this low, and it's interesting, this low is an important point. Remember I said, first of all, I tried to identify the trend, which is an uptrend. Currently, gold is trading within the range of an uptrend. But we have a low here, which is what we call a support, which is a key level. Why is it a key level? Because the price of gold came back to this level of 112.81.2221. And the third time it came to this point, to that level again, it tested it the third time. So look at my approach: trend, key levels, pattern. So if you look at this point, they come to these key levels. For the experienced traders, you will see either hammer, doji, or spin it up at those levels. But interestingly, gold also in the past week, it trended back a bit up. After getting a bit up, to 1310 during the week, this last trading week, it now find what they call resistance at this level. It's a critical resistance point, because if I just zoom out, it's a critical resistance point. And on Thursday, this last Thursday, gold price had a massive sell-off. So we had a lot of supply. Remember I said the forces of demand and supply affect. That's what you want to look at. Who is in control? The supply side came in control on Thursday, and on Friday we had the buy side a little pushed it up a bit, but eventually now back to this same support level. So for those that are joining in, you missed a bit, but you will have access to the video afterwards. Now, what is my expectation in gold? I'm looking at gold daily time frame. My expectation is this: what I did during the week was to go short, because I find this resistance point as a selling point, because it's a significant technical level. So the longer trend is up, but we entered a sideways trend. But again, look at this: we had a lower high in gold. The first high was a higher high. This high was a higher high, and we had a lower high. So now what I'm expecting is a downward movement in gold. But this level, it's 1281, needs to be breached. So that's for gold. I have a few minutes. Let me clear what you're in. Okay, I have a few minutes. Let's quickly go to some other instrument that would interest us. Few minutes before we leave. Okay, let me just open the room up for question and answer. Please, any question? Any question before I go ahead? Our meeting will end shortly. Please send me your email address to shino@trendotraders.com, or follow us on. So I'll send you the video to this webinar, and I'll send you the link to the Telegram group. I hope you all enjoy this webinar. Please, any one or two questions before I go ahead? I want to show you more, but I have limited time. So, any one or two questions before I leave? So for those joining in, you join late, you'll have access to this video afterwards. You will surely have access to this webinar after the lecture. After you have access to this video after the webinar. Okay, let me just. I've been asked to just do a bit of analysis of cryptocurrency. Let me just look at Bitcoin before I zoom off. Okay. Okay, look at Bitcoin. This is interesting. Somebody asked me now, what is Bitcoin doing? Yeah, we saw Bitcoin had stayed in a range since 2018 October, and in the previous 2 weeks ago, it broke above that level. So what am I expecting in Bitcoin? My expectation is that Bitcoin should trend towards the 6,000 mark. Let me quickly look at the Brent crude because someone had just asked me about Brent crude. So this is how I view the market. What is the trend? Interestingly, crude has been trending down, now correcting because it's within what we call a Fibonacci retracement zone. Possibly crude oil may see it get to. You may likely see crude oil reach 43.032, but presently now it's trading within a range, a Fibonacci retracement range. I think I did an article on crude oil some months back in the month of January when crude oil was trading at about 57, when I said we may likely see crude oil get to 69.54. I took advantage of those trades for months. So in this webinar, what we were able to do was to, let's do a quick recap. We were able to look at opportunities in the online global financial trading, how to become consistently profitable, give you an insight into what global financial trading is all about, have an understanding of how to become consistently profitable, and our simple trading strategy, my simple trading strategy in the market. So in subsequent weeks, subsequent webinars and on our social media platform, we'll be discussing each of these elements one after the other, having a business plan in the trading environment. What are the elements that makes up the business plan? It's not like the normal business plan. Yeah, there are part of it that is part, but there are some things that we as in the trading world has to include, and how to have a practical and realistic business plan. The second thing we'll be looking at is stages for traders. So we're going to look at different stages and how to move. Also, we'll be looking at the frameworks. This is what is very, very important. Understand the market, understand the trading framework, understand strategy, understand setup and execution, and understand the psychology of trading. So again, continuously we'll be having what we call a continuous evaluation, review, upgrade, and education. So also the essence of this is to collaborate. So we will collaborate a lot in our trading experience or trading journey. We're going to be having more traders on board, more experienced traders. It's a meetup with traders, so we're going to be having that. So this is the core of what we're going to be looking at in the next 4 webinars in our social media platform for weeks. I appreciate you all. I don't have any question coming in, so let me just give you this. I appreciate you all for your patience, for your understanding. I'm so sure we would improve more on the webinar. So please just join the Telegram group. Let's continue the conversation. You can also visit www.trendotraders.com. I'll be sharing my trading insights, my thoughts. I love to impact people, to impact in the life of people. So we'll be having that. So I'm waiting for your question before I end up. Cool, good. So you can go and join the Telegram group. I'll be sharing more. And we're going to be meeting more expert traders. We're going to be having interviews with expert traders. We're going to be having their insight, because one of the things is this: you must have traders that you relate with. Great. Just send me a mail to shino@trendotraders.com, or on the Telegram group too. We'll share the link for the video. The recorded video of this webinar will be shared on the Telegram group. So Any question before I Simon? So once again, I appreciate you all. Thank you for being part of this webinar. We hope to have the next webinar before the end of the week, but the mail will be sent out to you all, and you'll be duly informed on the group too. For those that are coming late, you've not missed much. We would also share with you the link to this video. It's being recorded, so I would also want you will surely get the video to this. And for those that are finding it very difficult to catch up, you would surely catch up with it. So for the Telegram group, thank you for this. Thank you for the session. I appreciate you all. Thank you for being part of the webinar. Thank you. See you next time.